I think ever since I was a little girl and I've been, visiting Kashmir, which is my mother's ancestral home and town, I was always very fascinated by the beaders, the embroidered karigars, the people who would be carving the furniture. I think that's the first time I was kind of exposed to Indian art, and for me, that was something that just took me out of this world. When I had come to the US, I remember when I was 10 years old and I'd seen all these beautiful clothes by American designers, and I'm like, wait a minute, we have such great stuff in India. We have beautiful hand embroideries and patterns that are not here. Why are they not here? And I kind of put two and two together. The art that I had seen in India and all this marketing and designer wear that I saw in America. So I said, you know what? I think that's what I want to do. I want to be a designer. We didn't have designer concept in India as you did have in the US with Calvin Klein and DKNY. We had more of a culture where you bought fabrics and you went to the tailor and you got something stitched. Or you bought from stores which were very limited, and everybody would end up wearing the clothes that you probably were wearing to a party. So for me, fashion had to be something that I needed to study, A, B, experience it for myself, and C, actually learn through trial and error. And that's exactly what happened. I remember, against my father's will, I decided to enroll myself in fashion. Since he was not willing to, accept me being a designer, I actually had to enroll myself in India for a year at a polytechnic college, which gave me a fair idea of what Indian fashion was perceived, which was very interesting. And only then, when my father saw that I was pretty serious, he decided to enroll me in FIDM in San Francisco. When we are designing for a show or a collection, we don't keep one market in mind. Like, for example, I design clothes for a European and American market. I'm selling clothes in the Middle East. I'm selling clothes in India. So my show is going to be it will have a very global vision. I personally love to design couture. It just comes naturally to me. It's like riding a bicycle. Because in India, couture is associated more with hand embroideries and less with the fit, because our Indian fit is a sari. But today, Indian couture has completely changed. It's all about gowns, because we have incorporated our saris and our lehengas to a more comfortable zone, which is the gown zone. So I think I had to come somewhere in the middle. Like, I wanted to create designs which had an exotic element. That is what I would take from India, and had to be comfortable, wearable, and affordable, which I learned being in the Western world, which is the US. Occidental couture is actually amalgamation of Eastern and Western ideas. It's a term that I just put in maybe 20 years ago into my collection, because I remember when I started my label, I was asked to describe what my clothes were all about. And I knew that my collections that I'm going to do now and forever are global. The kind of forms that I design, that is the styling of the silhouette. The silhouettes are very modern and Western, but they still have a strong Indian element, in the sense that I always, in every collection, have what you call the Nehru jacket, which is a jacket basically with a collar. I just love it. In couture, we have jackets, we have a lot of saris, and we have gowns. In Pret and luxury Pret, we have things that you can wear straight from the hanger without fitting. And a lot of Indian designers have been able to, get into that market in the last 10 years. There are three things I learned: that every woman wants to look slimmer than what she really is, That's where a cut comes in. That is something they feel that my cuts make them, they flatter their body type. It makes them look slimmer. Second is my colors and my prints. I'm known for my vintage prints, and I'm known for the colors I use. They're not bright and they're not soft. They are somewhere in the middle, which is more vintage. And I think vintage never goes out of fashion. That brings me to my third category, that my clothes are evergreen classic. You're going to be wearing stuff from my previous collections, and I'm an example right here. This blouse is from a collection I did 3 years ago, and I love it because I love the colors. I love the way it fits me, and it's classic. It can't go out of fashion. In India, I've designed for a lot of movie stars, including Aishwarya Rai, Shilpa Shetty. In royalty, I've designed for Gayatri Devi. I've designed for Princess of Kashmir. I've designed for Princess Francois, who's a princess in Geneva. I have designed for Madonna. I have designed for Vanessa Paradis. I have designed for Barbara Bush. I have designed for Ivana Trump. So just to give you a cocktail of mixture of people. However, designing for all these people is a lot easier because their style is very prominent. It has been more fascinating and pleasurable for me to design clothes for women who actually had no style, and see, how once I created a wardrobe for them, that they built over those wardrobes and created their style. When you see a woman walk into a party, it should not come across as, oh wow, look at that dress and who is that designer. It should be like, wow, this woman has great style.